Holy shit. Fucking train. I'm sorry if the microphone caught that. The microphone, my microphone may have or may have not caught the train passing my home. Very scary. Anyways, the reason why I wasn't streaming, like, the entire fucking afternoon and morning was because I fucking hate Canada and I hate downtown Toronto. And so there were like 10 car alarms going off. This might dox me. That might have doxed me, but if you happen to live in downtown Toronto, you might have heard the 20 fucking car alarms going off just for funsies. Not very fun. Anyways, we're back again with Graceborne. Hello, Backpack. Baticuspack. I was discussing with Zenith on the, I guess the qualities of the mods that we've played on stream so far. And given what I know now, I don't believe I was harsh towards Reforged, but I also don't think Reforged was like, I don't think Reforged was like, why is it so loud? What the fuck is happening? Oh, it's Fire Emblem, that's why. I don't think I was wrong about Reforged, but I think I was incorrect in saying that it was the worst mod ever. I think, given the current experience that I'm having right now, I think Graceborne... Holy shit, shut up. I think Graceborne is more in line with, Convergence's, like, power scaling, because a lot of these, weapons seem very fucking nutty. Like, yes, this is slow, but, like, and also, like, really close quarters, like, attack, but I think, like, this is, like, really strong if you consider all the bleed damage I'm doing. Also how under-leveled I am, and I'm still keeping up with, Backpack. My shit-ass garbage gameplay is keeping up with someone who is, like, hasn't played in 2 months. Hasn't played in 2 months. Trust me, guy. Yeah, sure, buddy, I trust you. Like riding a bike, huh? Like, that's bleed on hit. Like, that's crazy. You might be like, oh, but you hit it. Okay, this isn't helping me. The fucking... Like, that's a lot of damage. And you might be like, but that's a lamb! Or ram! Anyways, the point here I'm trying to make is that, like, the damage feels like a toned-down version of Convergence. Version of Convergence, kind of. It's like it's slightly more reasonable, I guess. I feel like Convergence is way too unreasonable with all of its, like, inflated numbers. All of its numbers are so... It's hard to believe anybody would play Convergence for an experience aside from the power fantasy, you know? And that's a shame, because I think it's, like... I think it's got really good map design. It's a shame that, like, a Convergence doesn't have decent, like, balancing. Stone Brick. Reforged still goated? I love it so much. I think 90% of my love for Reforged is all gameplay changes. Also join up. Okay. I think you're right about, like, the base gameplay changes being goated. Zenith and we both talked about it. Hold on, give me a second. We can get Zenith in the chat. Give me a sec. So, I think, like, I agree, like, a lot of Reforged does right has to be with the base gameplay, but a lot of what Reforged does wrong is, like, UIs, the collectathon weird-ass collection system, the class systems that literally do nothing for the most part. The additive like dodging system being like paired off into the what do you call it? The endurance. So like endurance no longer affects armor in Reforged, if I remember correctly. So instead it affects your dodging iframes. But after a certain point, it just turns into base Elden Ring. So it's like I can forgive that because it doesn't really like make it worse, you know. I think it's just base Elden Ring, but it's just like an attempt to make it like it's like an attempt to add extra steps for no reason. Convergence has a new add-on. It's called Elden Ring Linear Convergence. It's meant to fix all the scaling shit. That's not okay, but like the issue with that is that that doesn't how is that supposed to work with percent HP damage, right? Like how are you supposed to how does that work? That doesn't I don't think that does anything. Because everything does percent HP damage. The burning does percent HP damage. The fucking, the poison does percent HP damage. The, dude, my mom does percent HP damage and it fucking hurts. Like, bro, like what's the game here, right? You're not really playing, are you? Right? Like, I can't understand why this linear scaling thing exists. It's a remaster for a remaster mod. All bosses are remastered and shit. And you've lost me, I think. I'm a little lost. But team, if it's meant to redo all the scaling and shit, then I'm fucking retarded. I'm supposed to go to the east balcony or something. Avenue balcony, there we go. My mom does percent HP damage and it hurts. That's called an STD. Okay. Okay, buddy. It's talking about Le Shankla, but okay, wrong door. Ah, the tree spirit appears. Graceful. But yeah, I wanted to talk more about like because I feel like if the reason why I started all these like mods is because I wanted to come to a proper conclusion of Reforged, because I felt like I was being a little too harsh on Reforged. I felt like it was unreasonable to say all these weird things and like say like the fucking Reforged devs should fucking kill themselves, right? I'm not entirely sure if they should, but like, you know, I'd be down. I think a lot of the things they did were fucking shit. But like, after having played like Convergence and now Graceborne, which is like primarily just base Elden Ring, but like you've got trick weapons. And the lighting is a little moodier. Like, I can see that a lot of the things here are actually quite, like a lot of the things in Reforged are quite nice. Ow! How did he get in? I thought you couldn't get ow. My fucking gun. Gun. I don't do any damage. I would do more damage if I was like, what the fuck? Anyways, as I was saying, Reforged. I enjoy Reforged, I think, for what it is, because it's closer to base Elden Ring. It's way closer to base Elden Ring than Graceborne. I mean, like, I guess Graceborne by nature of having literally nothing changed is closer to Elden Ring. But at that point, it's just like, it's so useless, right? It's such a useless mod. Like, I think it's cool because it brings, like, so many cool aesthetics, but I like having utility in my mods, if I may be so blunt. I like it when my mods have purpose. Crazy, I know. So, like, I can't really I can't really I don't think I can really consider like Graceborne a real like addition. I think that would be a proper... Tell this guy to fuck off. Eat shit. Made me lose cold stone blue dew, cold blood dew, cold dew. The mountain dew. Revered Great One Cold Blood. Oh. Thanks for the rock. But yeah, Reforged does a lot of good things, but like a lot of things that it adds are really unnecessary, and I think that's the shame of it. Like a lot of it is, like I really like, I like the magma, the fucking frostbite explosions. That was cool, but like everything else was kind of like, did it need to exist? Did it change anything that was worth talking about? You know, like, like Convergent, I enjoy Convergence's maps, but it doesn't change anything. I mean, it changes everything about like the weapons. That's the issue. It changes everything, and it changes it for the worst because everything is now just unbalanced as fuck. You know, that's my primary like issue. Holy moly. Just hard queuing up an attack. Are we gonna do poison moth flight or? I wonder if we're doing poison moth flight. Man, I hate this fucking weapon for not being able to aim. This weapon sucks. It sucks at being able to do its like oh. My guy is a parry god, and he's trying to fucking parry farm. He's aura farming. Ow. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'll be honest, I actually don't know why I'm doing this. I think that's just poison moth flight. Ow. I didn't mean to queue up that second roll, but okay. Wait, he can't I can't... I need a fucking set at the grace. That or I can just die. Dying would be easier. Hold on. Can we get the cavalry to drop off? That would be cool. Wouldn't that be so cool? What the fuck? DK cargo carry. What? I've never been DK cargo carried. Ugh. Changes some things that didn't need to be changed. Yeah, that's like my primary issue. I think that's my primary issue, but I think a lot of like what Reforged does is good. Which is, you know, surprising for someone like me to say, because I just spent like all my time just shit talking it. Because at least it keeps like a lot of like the Elden Ring spirit intact. It's a little like there's like a little bit of nuance required here. Like I'm not too sure if I should, like I want to say the gun scythe is good since it's the only fucking thing I have. I'm poisoned now. A great gassy e-boy of Kos. Anyways, I'm reluctant to say that the gun sight is good, if at all, because it doesn't have the ability to aim. Like when you reel up like a heavy attack, it doesn't aim, which is a shame. Like, look at that. Oh god, I'm dead. I'm not dead. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't actually have to do this. Like, the biggest issue with the gun sight is that it can't aim. If the developers decided to change it so that you could like pivot your heavy attack, that would be an actual game changer. But unfortunately, this weapon is like a really slow, like, not very worthwhile using weapon. There is tech for trick weapon swapping, like trick weapon. So I believe you can queue up an attack. Yeah, there you go. So you can queue up an attack, like a basic attack, and then swap your weapon in the middle of that attack, like morph swapping in Monster Hunter. So it's really cool that way. I think that's a really cool mechanic that the mod doesn't introduce at all, which sucks, you know. Like I picked it up like after realizing, oh, you know, this is happening. I don't know why my pistol's out. Where's my pistol out? I didn't even press. Oh, I pressed E. That's crazy. I'm dead. Hi. Yo, what's up, Golden Arrow? But like even considering morph swapping as like a mechanic, it's not really amazing. I think morph swapping as a mechanic is not amazing, because it doesn't. There's this weapon you'll probably like called the Raykaze or something in Castle Sol. Man. But you told me to upgrade my fucking gun sight to... Or no, wait, you didn't say that. You told me to do that with a tonsil boulder, I think. I think you told me to do that with the tonsil boulder. You were like, do it. +6 tonsil boulder or no balls. For your information, Golden Arrow, I'm discussing like the balance of the mods currently, and you know, things between different mods that I've already played on stream. And it's really hard for me to remember how much I hated Reforged, because I don't know, I just don't think about it. Wow, that's crazy. He doesn't think. But yeah, I want to be objective with my review, and I feel like a lot of Reforged does is correct. I've said that like 3 times already. Balls. Like, I admit, Graceborne is fucking cool. I admit Convergence is also cool. But a lot of what Convergence does is, like, really disappointing. Like, the choices to make everything do % HP damage is disappointing. Because then it makes it so that, like, balancing things is, like, a nightmare. Because then you have to make everything, like, have, like, a ridiculous amount of HP, so that the % HP damage can start doing. So that just becomes like an auto-scroller boss fight, if you may say, you know. It just becomes a predetermined amount of time before you're allowed to, you know, win. And in which case, it's just like, it's less about skill and more about like how many hits you can land consecutively without getting your ass beat. That's like my biggest issue with Convergence. So, which is why I'm telling Zenith to, like, you know, like, dude, we can't just use % HP damage, and we have like, but like if we use like fucking raw damage, then it just like makes the game a little shit, you know, because like if we're just using raw damage, then his sword comes first to mind, right? Like, you're about to be shot, dude. You're about to be shot, dude. He knew what he was doing. Wait, why am I going here? I don't have to kill this guy. It's a nightmare. The moment you introduce percent HP damage, as long as it's like, if it's not like restricted to some specific rare damage type, then you've got like a nightmare scenario where everything can be like, if it's not scaled down, I should say. Let's add that. If it's not rare and if it's not scaled down appropriately, then it can look to make everything feel underwhelming. This is weapon you can go call me Golden. I'm sure you know I know you better than your future imaginary girlfriend. You don't know me better. You don't know me better than my imaginary girlfriend. Somberstone bearing 3 and a bit. Okay. Never played a Souls-like. You're probably right. Well, we've got Zenith and we've got Batpack who have played Souls-likes more than I have, so I'm sure they could tell you. they could probably be an authority on this subject. But from a casual perspective, someone like who is like shit at everything, like I do try to put my all into playing Soulsborns, but I feel like I'm less qualified as a it feels a little less qualifying when you're like so shit that you can't even fucking stand up on your own 2 feet, you know? That's how disappointing it can feel. But that's the purpose of talking about the mods. It's an attempt to create discussion on balance and what balance is probably best for the game. And I like my games with a little bit of difficulty, and Reforged is closest to that because, unfortunately, I don't think my views align with parrying everything in the entire. Oh boy. I'm about to get sniped by the prawn. Please don't kill me. Ow! Shit! Mistakes were made, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. And I can't teleport because this isn't convergence. This music is fucking loud. Okie dokie. I assume he's buying rocks from EG, so I will go on ahead and get other stuff. Can I pick up the fucking shiny, please? Anyways, the reason why I believe I don't have like a real like say when I'm playing like such a filthy casual and like such shit is because I made this comment earlier about how, you know, any weapon is usable as long as you're like a half decent, like somewhat functioning human being. And this is true. A lot of Elden Ring's weapons are very usable as long as you're a somewhat half decent functioning human being. That said, I feel like I can come off a little bit incompetent, and I can make weapons sound or even feel incompetent or useless when they're in my hands. So that's why I feel like I can feel like I'm not really a good authority. Why am I going through this castle when I literally... Bad habits die hard, huh? Should I grab that rock? I think that's a rock. That should have been a rock, but... That's not a rock. I think one thing that I have to say that I miss from Reforged is the ability to just grab things as you go. It was quite nice being able to auto-grab things while you rode around, rather than just having to stop every so often. But, you know, let's talk about that. Horse riding. Horse riding is a nightmare in Reforged because you get reduced defenses on horse riding, and your torrent is also weak to fucking poisons. Crazy. I know. Everything detrimental is said is wrong. Okay, I mean, like, fair. You know what, like, fair, I guess. I think... Look, I think at some point, you know, you might be right. I don't know. I wouldn't know, I'm a filthy casual. I try. I try not to be. I want to be better. But it's so fucking hard. Learning everything within a span of time that you're only allowed to play in feels restrictive. But yeah, horse riding in Fuckville is not very fun. What do you call it? Fucking Reforged. Horse riding in Reforged is absolutely not fun. They make it as miserable as possible. What do you mean Bloody Finger Okina is a return to the world? Bitch. I'm coming to this church because I believe a tear is here. Yep. Yippee! Tears. Tears for fears. I need to get off my fucking horse. Isn't running these types of games hard for your PC? On Reforged, it's hard, because Reforged changes a lot of the, like, engine. I don't know what Reforged did, but they made the mountaintops of the giants really fucking awful. But no, otherwise, no. It can be hard for, like, lower... What the fuck? It can be hard for lower NPCs, but I think, Eldering did a lot of optimization. I still don't know what the white glow is on heavy attacks is. Like, it's just that it charged heavy, but like, I don't know what it means. But yeah, there's a lot of good optimization done by FromSoft, so it's doable on maybe some lower NPCs. Looks really detailed. Yeah, that's just the art style. It's just the art style. They do it really well. A lot of like texture mapping. So I don't think all of this is like what do you call this? Texture mapping. It's like it's all painted on. It's just really good texture mapping. So there's like no compression or anything, and it's like really detailed to compensate for such. Also, quick question: were you Chinese or Korean? Dude, you can literally scroll down. It's in my Twitch bio. Maybe lose the googly swirly eyes and make the whole thing look like a Madness Combat type thing. What do you mean googly swirly eyes? My character? Oh right, I don't have my PNG tuber up. That's because I'm working on something else. But no, I'm not losing that. Because it's meant to be like a... It's meant to be my roots in 2000s anime. You immediately get what type of person I am just by looking at the avatar. Where the hell? I don't know where Backpack is. He went to fucking Castle Sol while I was yapping. Yeah, bro fucking dismissed me. He said, quit your yapping. I don't fucking need your fucking explanation. I'll give you my explanation anyways. The ahoge, the little cowlick, like that little piece of hair that floats behind me, that's meant to be like a symbol of like idiocy. It's a common character design trope for idiots. It's for fucking idiots. I say stupid things a lot. I don't know why Backpack is going up that way. Actually, no, wait, you're right. You know what? He's right. I keep forgetting that, like, the fucking way I go to the left is not the right way, because the left is, like, entirely bonus. I keep forgetting left is bonus. You live your life doing bonus all the time, and you forget what's not bonus. What the hey-ho? Oh god, I'm not using my fucking okay, I am dead. Goodbye. I missed the idiot's mark. Yeah, it's really like it's called an ahoge. Aho, like as an idiot, and gay, like as in like hair. Yeah, I don't have Moobot like activated. It's meant to be like I have Moobot kind of like just here because I want to have like Twitch requests at some point, but I don't have nearly enough of a following or nearly enough of like anybody watching, so it's just like not worth my time setting that up. I have it like half set up. Kind of like a half-assed person. Oh, he's already at Commander Nile. What the hell? I'm not gonna spawn there, you know. I'm also probably not gonna try sitting at this Grace, considering that he's already fighting. I actually need to run all the way over there. Oh my god. I want to say that like Reforged also adds like like one thing that I haven't. Ow. Let's try not dying, but you know, die anyways. I mean, you don't need a following. Also, SR gets you more viewers, you know. Well, you think that, but the people on Twitch don't stay for as long as the people on YouTube. I say that, but I think all of my current followers right now, or current watchers, are just Twitch watchers. So what am I saying? Anyways, the point here is I don't think that that's how it works, unfortunately. Even though some of them give interesting, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, too long. You don't care. It's hard setting up. Because I couldn't figure out how to do multi-RTMP, something streamer stuff. I'm not gonna bore you with the details. Basically, I don't want to get copyright struck while I do it, okay? I just haven't figured out how to do that, so it's half set up right now. That's why it's half set up. I don't want to be absolutely butt fucked by fucking corporations. Why did it spawn me back here? And not by the fucking... Oh my goodness. It didn't spawn me by the fucking stake. Okay, I need a... I forgot how fun this boss is. Their weak YouTube blood can't handle the superior video quality. I mean, I think you can try checking on YouTube again. I think I've made it so that the output is like 1920 by 1080. I checked my OBS and I realized that I was outputting to weaker quality, unfortunately. That was my bad, I think. Do I want to use the bewitching bouquet? Help! I can't see, my fucking lights are in the way. You might be like, lights? What are you talking about? I mean, it's too bright in the day to play Elden Ring right now. Nice. Bewitching branch. I don't have a bewitching branch. Okay. I'm running out of fucking stamina. Holy shit! Thank you for the save. Why do I do no damage? I don't do any damage! Backpack, I don't know if I'm supposed to do any damage at all. This seems really fucking useless. Backpack, I think I'm cooked. TF2, but viewers can change my resolution? Don't do that. I don't even know. Look, if I was like a genius at programming, and if I knew how to change, if I knew how to like redirect donations into like something that would change my resolution, that'd be hilarious. But I'm not like Point Crow or anything. That'd be cool though. Okie dokie. I have toned down the glare from my windows. Surely this time I will be able to see the, I don't know, everything. You're already coming up with such cool stuff, you just haven't created it. It's pretty cool, I think that's pretty cool. I think it's crazy you can fucking just parry Thunderstorm. Because it's a fucking permanent hitbox. Been playing TF2 Classic recently? How was it? I forgot how fun this boss is. The boss proceeds to make a fucking whirlwind and fucking Backpack proceeds to fuck it in the ass. Sorry about the car alarms. I wonder if that's catching on the mic. I'm playing this Russian when the soldier has an actual LMG. Guys, we're talking about something on Russian. I asked them. It turns out they were talking about one big. Ha! Okay. To be fair, I've had my fair share of retarded women. Considering that that's literally all I've worked with. Nothing but retarded women. I think I've worked with only retarded women. Let me see. I think I've had maybe one okay woman, but then she moved out of my fucking workplace to go pursue better jobs. Good for her. Some die of thirst and some drown. Workplace? When and where? I'm not saying the name of the workplace because that would fucking... I think that would dox. Also, yeah, no pictures. He was trying to phase transition so bad, but you just kept fucking him in the ass. Anyways, my last workplace as a meat clerk? Meat butcher clerk? I don't know what you call these. Basically, my last job was to, like, just serve customers, even though I'm called a butcher clerk. I don't butcher anything. I was trying to get people to teach me how to, but, who the fuck are you? Wow, he's got a fucking kick. Wow, that's crazy. He does bleed. I'm just gonna keep shooting him. Because that's literally all I can do. My build is so fucking useless. Ow. Ow. Why does he have the ability to just close in on me like that? Like, why? He has the fucking black feather dodge thingy. Why? Did he just fucking dodge into my... Oh, you're right, Ray Kaze. Alright, let's take a look. I don't have enough fucking arcane to fucking use this. I can't use this. I literally cannot use this, and this probably full combos into everything. This looks as disgusting as... What's that weapon called? The fucking, what do you call it? The fucking Black Blade? Oh god. Yeah, I don't know. It's 40 arcane. I literally can't use it. Then go respec. I'm not respecking when I'm a quality build. I'm not respecking. You can't make me. Oh, I thought you got a job. No, I didn't. I lost that job because they weren't respecting me. Those people would throw, like, fucking whole slabs of meat on the floor and, like, fucking step on it so it would get stuck on the floor. Those other butchers in the morning have no fucking... I closed it during a fucking... I closed in as a butcher clerk. It was a nightmare. Meat everywhere. There was no place that was sacred. And I couldn't fucking put the... I had to broom meat. So the broom would catch meat and it would get stuck in the bristles. It was disgusting. What an... Like, it was an awful experience. And then I would, like... Okay, so then people were like, okay, well then just don't do that. Just do the other thing. Okay, so the other alternative, which is not allowed apparently, is to just grab the hose and hose it down the drains. But if you do that, then it gets stuck. And, you know, we're not... Stop. You can't do that. You can't do that. Okay. It was just a nightmare. It was just a nightmare. So I was just forced to like scrub fucking meat off floors, meat off walls, meat literally off walls because these guys were literally fucking flinging it everywhere. It was fucking crazy. Butchering is fun. My family and I slaughtered a goat like 3 days ago. Look, butchering is fun when you get to do butchering. I was a clerk. Try the thing out, it's relaxing to work with meat after all the nasty stuff gets removed. Do you realize how the untricked moveset? It's awesome. Meat everywhere. There was no place that was gay bars, bro. It was though. Okay. Wait, this is dry leaf. Wait, what? Bro, this is the dry leaf arts. Why does the katana have the dry leaf arts? And then when you like trick it up. Okay, I'm trying to trick it up, but like it won't let me. There we go. Oh, and that's an iframe. Okay, so hold on. If I hold this, no, it doesn't. So you can't hold that. You can't hold that. It's an immediate action. No, wait. Oh, that is the heavy. Is that a blade? Is that a blade? I think that's a blood blade. Try heavy attack chaining though. I'm probably gonna fall off if I do this. Give me a second. Uh-huh. Holy shit. He does the Malekith. He does the Malekith thing. I'm surprised this doesn't cause any bleed up on myself. That's cool as hell, but I'm not doing this. I don't think I can do this. Plus, I don't think I could get the full damage off of it, unfortunately. It also does frost damage. I think that, yeah, that's probably the little blue bolt that comes falling out of it. But yeah, my previous workplace didn't have any respect for me. That's why I had to quit. Those guys, they had no respect. They had no respect, I say. I tell you, they had no respect. I'm not good enough for this. I spent most of my days onboarding... Oh, shit. Onboarding people. Even though I should be, like, you know, serving customers. I had to teach people how to use a faucet. I'm not joking. It was just, like, fucking 15-year-old kid who didn't know how to use a faucet. That's when I knew our fucking generation was doomed. Oops. And people will tell me you're just being mean, and I'm like, okay. And that kid is retarded. Both things can be true, right? I'm mean, and that guy is retarded. Is it too close to the sun for you, Icarus? Oh shit. Speaking of Icarus. Why me? What the fuck did I do? Fuck this, my fucking frames. Activate the fireball. Run this way. Realize that's a fireball coming towards me. So I can just walk up here, I believe. Ow! I'm bad at spacing. I'm bad at spacing! Yeah, the kid was white, by the way, so if that makes you feel better, he wasn't like a black African child who like came from Africa learning how technology worked, you know? Like, he was an actual, like, full-fledged white kid. Oh, fuck! Ow.
So you'd say your experience in meat handling was dissatisfying?
No, I think a lot of people liked it when I handled their meat. I think a lot of people actually gave glowing reviews when I handled their meat. I just think that those people, a lot of the people were belittling me. They were not giving me an appropriate, like, pay for whatever it was worth. Because I'm paid minimum wage, but I have to onboard new hires, I have to fucking handle customers, I have to clean the floors, I have to close the entire fucking establishment all on my own, all while this is happening. Like, look, if you can't afford to pay, like, 2 people 17 an hour, then just pay me 30 an hour. Because I'm at school and I can't fucking handle fucking closing every single time, being exhausted from fucking work, having to deal with this shit. Those people are fucking ass. Rigby struggles with the door handle to make me feel better. What the fuck? My ways of meat, I'm gonna parry him. You're going to parry the fucking fire giant? I'm very scared now. Man, my fucking weapon does no damage. I'm under leveled as fuck. If that was a lingering hitbox, I would have died. Uh-oh. I'm out of stamina. Oh, wrong foot. Fucking retard. Ow! I didn't think he would 360 fucking lock on to my fucking horse while I'm... Ow! They fucked with Torrent. I forgot you can't iframe cheese with him. Anyways. I was just asking for a raise. And if they wouldn't comply with it, I would just quit. Because they only gave me like 5-minute breaks. 5 minutes is literally nothing because it took me 1.5 minutes to like get all the way to the break room. Those guys were literally, they had me by like a slave contract. The only people who are willing to work that are like the Indians who come to my fucking country to better themselves, you know, get better education. The only people who are willing to work that are the people who know that $17 is worth a lot. What the fuck just happened? This time I'm going to parry the fire giant, he says. Why didn't you steal meat as you were leaving, by the way? Because it was accounted for. I actually... So, even though I didn't say it, but I do the accounting as well, you know? Also, my... Holy shit, my frame rate. Why is my frame rate going to shit in this mod? Holy shit. You're fucking racist, there ain't engineers? Oh yeah, my bad. Okay, so I don't know why I can't... Okay, I'm just gonna go kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself now. Goodbye. Wait, you lived? Wait, you were resurrected? So why is the fire giant... You're going to the slower route to the fire giant? Yeah, there's a bottom route. My fucking memory betrays me, unfortunately. You were doing the accounting? That's an even better reason to steal. No, I mean... I was doing the... technically, I was doing the accounting, but, like, I mean, I was doing the scanning. I was scanning the product. The issue with that is... Like, there's cameras everywhere. And I know my fucking manager likes to watch the cameras because he likes watching. That guy loves sitting in the cuck chair. I think I'm stuck dead, unfortunately. That or Backpack is absolutely whipping Fire Giant ass and I can't tell. But yeah, I just can't, I'm not gonna fucking bother incriminating myself for like a $60 slab of meat. He likes watching people handle meat. Clearly, considering my last days, he was literally vehemently watching me. He was really into watching me fucking handle my meat. He was like, dude, you better not be talking to that other guy and handle his meat too. And I'm like, dude. I'm like to my other coworker, dude. He's watching me on the fucking cameras. I can't take a break and talk with you because this guy is literally on my ass. He's actively going out of his way to just bully me because I don't want to work here anymore. Crazy revelation, I know. But that guy's a dickhead. And it's like, oh, God. He is watching me on the cameras right now. And then we receive a camera. We receive a call. We receive a call. And so there's like a phone hooked up to our our area, right? What do you call it? Like our work area, workstations, just so that we can receive like orders, like delivery orders and like orders from like admin. Ow. So we receive a call and it's the fucking manager himself. That's right. He's watching. He's watching us. And he calls in, "Yo, where's the sex?" No, that's not it, but like that's basically that's like the energy he's giving off, you know? What the fuck? How does that hit me? I'm going to die in a way that I don't even know how. I'm not bothering. Like, that guy was next level fucking petty for no reason. Look, just because you don't know how to handle your emotions, just because I want like a raise, and just because you want to be like a literal child, acting like a child towards me, just because I want to be like, dude, I can't handle teaching people and closing at the same time. Doesn't mean you can just treat me like shit, you know? Like, I was right to leave. Just by the way that guy was acting, I was right to leave. That was a very, very, what do you call it? Bad environment. I'm dead. That was a very abusive environment. On a scale of 1 to gay, how gay are you? I'm not... Dude, I'm just saying, I'm proficient at handling meat, and people liked it when I handled their meat. Because I respect their meat. Because I respect the customer. Holy shit, the fucking alarms. If you stayed for a while, you could have banged his wife. If I stayed for a while, I could have actually gotten a girlfriend because, you know, I would have actually had a job and I would have actually had, like, a chance at the other manager who was, I think, onto me? I'm not too sure. I like to think that she was into me, but, like, I don't know. Delusions of grandeur. Fucking Don Quixote here. I'm fighting windmills and I'm courting random whores. He's been going on about meat for 36 minutes now, and I haven't. I think it's only been 15 minutes, I'm pretty sure. Like, the first 30 minutes were just about the mods. Okay, holy shit, the fucking car alarm stopped. I'm dead again. I wish I could help that pack, but I don't know the strats on how to... Oh, dude, you're... How is he alive? Oh yeah, he has like the... Wait, these hitboxes don't exist after they erupt once? No. She did like you, and you've only talked about meat for 15 minutes. I don't know. I will never know. That'll just sit with me as a regret. My biggest regret in life is not acting when I should have. Also, HR was a bunch of fucking dickheads. Those guys had one question for me to answer from me. And I was just saying, dude, how are breaks accounted for? How do we account for our breaks in this company? All you have to say is like, it's automatically accounted for, or it's accounted for through the checking in and checking out system. Because if I'm checking in, or if I'm checking out on break time, right? Then it automatically deducts pay because I'm not active in the company, right? I'm not active in the workplace. So do I have to check out, or is it already automatically deducting money from me? HR couldn't even answer that. HR was like, it's already done. It's already done for you. Okay, but does that mean that I have to do it, or is it like automatically like a HR's so fucking stupid. We should date more, by the way, you've been saying this the whole time. Well, no, because the issue here is... I'm not confident in myself. You might be like, you might want to date women to get more confidence, and I'm like, that's like... I'm not too sure if that's like even... That just sounds... That sounds almost misogynistic. Like you're using women to fucking a means to an end. It's just or like, hell, let's gender swap it, right? Like for maybe even gay people, you're just using men for a means to an end. You know, that sounds wrong. Fuck this car alarm! Yo, someone shut that fucking car alarm up. I'm not 28, dude. I'm 26. Stanley, did not being misogynistic help you until now? Dude, being misogynistic and not being misogynistic have nothing to do with this. They have had no... They are not even variables to even account for. How are you doing so much fucking damage? Dude is doing 18,000 damage. What is happening? I think his controller is borked. Practice thing isn't a joke, by the way. I have a theory on that even. That's so but that's so mean though. I respect people in general. This isn't even about women. I just respect people. I have more respect for people than you might ever believe I will. I just think people deserve respect, and when they do something wrong, they lose that respect. Like when people fucking tell me how to behave around immigrants even though they're stealing my jobs, you're losing my respect. You're losing all of it. Sorry. Like when you tell me fucking... When you tell me that you fucking accused me of rape... Not joking, by the way, that was... You know, going back to the meat clerk thing. Those people literally accused me of rape. Or not rape. Sexual assault. And rape, I think. They accused me of both things, I think. You're losing my respect. Immediately. Ow. Oh god. Oh, my backstep worked. Not backstep, but like backwards dodge, because dodging only when you're locked on gives you the Bloodborne dodge. I'm gonna fucking die. The biggest mystery is how is it that I'm always getting fucking sandwiched and slammed? I'm getting a Steam controller soon because this shit is testing my goddamn patience. I fucking knew it. I knew his controller was fucking him in the ass. So do I? Yeah, but like, okay, but practicing on people who are going into the expectation of loving you is mean. Cause it feels like you're... I don't know. You need to be more mean than losing my respect. No, I think I'm being perfectly mean. I think I'm being perfectly mean when I say losing my fucking gut car alarm! I think I'm perfectly okay with saying losing my respect because the issue here is I'm not describing what I would do after, right? I think I'm being perfectly mean. Why I don't talk to girls? I don't talk to people in general. This isn't a woman thing, this is a people thing. I don't talk to people. Practice as in going to a bar and chatting up. I don't go to bars because I don't look for women who drink. Women who drink are problem women. Women who go to fucking bars are problem women. I look for good women, not fucking women who will just about like fucking go out and do whatever the fuck they want, dude. You're talking to me right now? Yeah, and you're on the internet, and you're also in an enclosed space with me, basically. It's not that hard. Talking is a part of this job. I can't talk outside of an occupation. That is a me issue. I just don't talk with people. I'm secluded. I keep to myself. And as I should, because I have like racist things to say. You're such a nerd. What do you mean you're such a nerd? What are you fucking talking about? I just respect people. What are you fucking talking about? What would being a nerd... Okay. How does this even make any sense? I don't think women would... I think when I look for a partner, I want them to be into the same things as I am. I want them to be on the same stances as I am, because if you live with a partner who isn't into the same political beliefs, I'm dead again. If you are living with a partner who isn't in the same political beliefs, you will have issues growing up and nurturing your children. Start with that, be racist. Look, racism isn't like something that you are naturally, it is something that you are developed into, not born into. You are developed into. Racists aren't just born, they're created. And people don't understand that. I think that's the heartbreaking thing about like a lot of racism. Is that some of it is just like edgy racism. You got like the people who are like fucking racist for like, lol, I like the saying the fucking any N-word, it's so funny. And you would never say that in front of a fucking black person because you know they would beat the fuck out of you because they're apes. Literal unhinged, like, fucking violent apes. They would actually fucking tear you apart and say that you said the N-word and use that as an excuse. Right, so saying this one word, like, your mom, gave you an excuse to fucking rip someone's organs apart. I'm glad that we're both on the same page. They're not even to be, like, discussed with. Those people are literally, they have earned the N-word themselves. You've earned it. The way you were reacting, the way you react with the N-word, literally proves why the N-word exists. Literally subhuman beings. If you cannot handle like proper etiquette, like just outside of the N-word, like even if people are just being informal, right? Like people who are just, how do I say? If you're in good company and you can't handle them saying the N-word, like, I feel like that's all wrong. And if you can't handle people who are also just good people, even saying the N-word out of context, not even as an insult, just like as like a, oh, you know, could you provide the definition of the N-word? And then like they say it for like a spelling bee, you know? And then they fucking tear you apart for that? That's a cause for concern. I think the N-word and reactions like that have lost a lot of meaning outside of context, and it's a shame. I don't have a lot of respect for these people just because of that. You guys scare me just by virtue of you behaving like that. Oh, we're scaring you? Oh, that's racist. Maybe you should stop acting like fucking animals. I know, crazy. I know. It's crazy, I know. I'm saying something reasonable. That if I were to behave like myself, and if I say something just slightly off, that would get me killed. I know, crazy. Another food for thought. Another piece of food for thought. There's a reason why when black people get money, they move out of the hood. Because the fucking hood is so dangerous. Nobody's gonna fucking keep money there. Nobody's gonna live there. That shit fucking sucks. I can't actually move. I'm stuck. I'm stuck, step bro. Like, normalize racism when it's earned, you know? I had an English teacher who was like, oh, you're... okay, so I was writing this, like, paper, right? Just because, like, I wanted to write a story based on my experiences, right? And I'm like, I can't understand people who, like, speak with thick accents. Normal, sane reaction to have. Right? Because you want to be able to understand the language that people are speaking. Crazy, I know. Communication is key, right? This guy goes and fucking says, oh, so that means you're a racist. That stopped me so dead hard in my tracks. I was like, what the fuck are you saying? What did you... Huh? I'm just saying white people have ruined everything, you know? White professors and their white guilt. Normalize being normal. Normalize being not having to fucking deal with Fucking, oh, I'm racist? Oh, I can't understand you. I can't understand you. I literally can't understand. You got a fucking chunk of popcorn in your throat. Dumb bastard. And that's racist. Apparently. God forbid. Oh my god, he's on his racist arc. I was never racist to begin with, but you know, people radicalize you, right? I'm gonna get rolled over. That's a fire roll! That's not fair! Back to back! Fireball, fireball. Oh, the wall! I want to read chat. Can't really walk anywhere. I'm dead. I'm not dead. The red pill or the blue pill moment. Holy moly. I'm dead. I missed one roll and that means all my HP is gone. Goodbye. Good day, sir. Oh! Cool. Nice attack. Do they make those for men? To say there's no way he's just gonna roll me over, right? Normalize not being white. Preach King gonna get out of the hood somehow. Question: would you have a black GF? Look, my prerequisites are literally as I listed. I have small preferences like please don't have a honking nose. That'd be cool. Wait, what? Halfway? The halfway point. I just died. This is the best conversation you've ever had with me. Knew you'd say that. How about Indian? Dude, I can't look at an Indian after they fucking did all this to my life. Fucking, even if they did it on accident. You know, they were just seizing an opportunity given by Trudeau. I don't think I could ever look back at an Indian without feeling like I was traumatized because I fucking lived through an entire era of my life without a job because of Indians. You got the bug where the boss is still like at 3 HP. No, I didn't. I died. I died. I'm alive? Oh god. I'm alive! What do you mean you're third level? Huh? What? I win! What? I'm talking about being racist and the game gives me a second chance. Be racist, kids. Anyways, yeah, I don't I don't think I could get with an Indian chick because I feel like I would have clashing beliefs with them, and also they would also be like, I feel like it would be too difficult to communicate with them. I think we would have different beliefs. We would have, like, honestly thinking about having an Indian girlfriend. She would have to be as conservative as me, I feel like. And even then, that's like a little bit rough. I'm just saying conservative as in, like, the modern term conservative. Because, we don't want to talk about conservative in the past or whatever, or, you know, I don't want to get caught up in, like, weird meanings that people might be like, oh, lol, you mean the conservative from, like, that's like 10 years from now? No, you fucking idiot. How's she gonna be conservative? I don't fucking know. Someone can be a race but not have the traditions? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you can be Muslim but not want to fucking blow everyone up. You can be Muslim and not want to lie to everyone. You can be Muslim and not, like, you're not traditional Muslim, right? Like, for example, Muslims and, like, Sharia law are, like, particularly, like, big things currently in America that are absolutely plaguing, what is it called, Minnesota, and fucking, I believe Mark Carney himself was like, Sharia law is, or no, wait, Muslim values are Canadian values, and I'm like, what are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? That was like the nuttiest, it was a year ago, by the way. That recent. And nobody knows. That's not traditional Muslim, that's Arabic tradition. I don't know about that. I don't know anything about Arabic. All I know is the Muslims blow people up. And they like killing people for not being part of their faith. And they'll lie to people about it. And they'll defame you for it. That's all I know. Do you want to do Millennia or Godskin Duel? I want to level up first, and then we'll talk about doing things. Wow, I don't get very many things. Yeah, we'll do what you want. We'll do Millennia. I'm not even defending Islam. Arabs, sorry. Arabs still have that shit all over. That's the thing. I think, fucking Asmongold put it really well. He said, like, the reason why there aren't extremists blowing up everything all over the place over there is because they have it on a tight leash, right? So they're really good about apprehending the people who are being idiots. But in America and in Canada, the people who are being idiots are afraid to do anything because they're so liberal and brainwashed and mind-fucked over there. And so I'm being mind-fucked as fuck. You can go grab the other Dectus half. I don't fucking remember where the other Dectus half is. Is it in the fucking... It's with the Albinaurix, right? No, wait, that's the... Shit. Shit, I don't know, man. Time to look it up. I'll look it up now. Albinaurix, I was right. I just doubted myself because I have the memory of a shrimp. Moonlight Plateau? Moonlight Plateau? Oh yeah, under it, yeah. Interesting how my country became the best Middle Eastern state after not having Islam in the government. So weird. I know, it's so strange. It's like when you have terrorists who terrorize the people who are living like people. The people who don't, like, respect human life. Don't respect anybody. The people who live like that. Wow. It's crazy you can have a normal life. So you just have to get rid of people who act like animals. But my liberal government that might imprison me for having this stream. Not joking. Imagine if I was in Britain. I would be imprisoned for having this stream. Unironically. Unironically, the fucking British police would be like, hands up. We have you surrounded. Please come quietly. Where the fuck is this? Oh, there it is.
Please, could you come quietly? We don't want to have to fight, but if we have to fight, we'll not use lethal force.
So if I use lethal force, will that be okay?
I would prefer if you didn't do that. But, you know, it's... You know, I would prefer you didn't do that.
Okay, so I will be using a knife, and I will be stabbing you. I will retaliate. I will meet with lethal force, because you guys are going to apprehend me for having no words on my stream. Please don't do that. Shit, I'm going the wrong way. Wait, no, I'm going the right way, because I'm stupid. Those guys are so fucking weak. They even had their tasers nerfed. Britain had their tasers fucking nerfed because of how fucking brainwashed they are. Ow. Wait, that doesn't do very much damage. That's crazy. Ow, the slowest fucking swing. Alright, Albinoric. That's the Helictree medallion. Cool. Compass, tell me where Backpack is. He's in the Grand Lift of Rolled. Cool. Glowing pot behind a house. Yeah, I remember. Muslims have a religious pilgrimage to Mecca once in their life. There is also a tradition to stone the devil. The Arabs sell you the stones. What the fuck? I wonder what you mean by devils. Do you mean just random fucking people who are not a part of their religion? Yo, this capital these Arabs are really good at this capitalist thing. I wonder why they're so against it. Wait, why am I... Lol. I might fall through the earth again. I think unironically you might have doomed me to fall through the earth again. That's metaphorical, but that was a good guess. I didn't fall through the earth. That's crazy. I was kind of half expecting to fall through the earth. Look, all we have to do is just normalize being fucking good people. Just be good people. I know, crazy concept. You don't have to fucking get into any religion. Just be a good fucking person. People will be like, oh, you know, evangelists, like, oh, you know, be Christian, be fucking Muslim, be this, be that, do this, do that. Just be a good person. You don't have to have a god tell you what to do. How insufferable do you have to be to have like a god tell you what to do? That's crazy. Ow. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Nightmare outskirts. Ah. As opposed to the inskirts. Look. You wanna have more base conversations with me? If I had a girlfriend, regardless of race, I would really prefer it if she were a tomboy. I would also prefer it if she weren't the screeching banshee type. That type of fucking woman that like screams at you for like enjoying normal things in life. Like, how dare you enjoy a good cup of beer on a fucking Saturday? I would really prefer that. Like, it does, like, this is just for like anybody. Anybody in general would probably want like a decent partner who respects their time off. But so often I see on TikTok, like, or not TikTok, I guess, like someone else bringing up the TikToks, these women who will like go out of their way to make their men miserable, shame their husbands online. And it's not even like the men who will do it, it's the women who always go on TikTok online to shame their husbands or their partners because they have no self-respect. So they'll shame their own choices in life for no fucking reason. and they'll say, "Oh my God, woe is me," even though I chose him. What are you, fucking retard? You literally can't make your own choices in life, and now you're gonna shame the person who made the choice with you. You know, a consensual choice. Are you fucking stupid? Like, modern women are so unbelievably stupid. It's like that. It's like a, like that's another thing. That's another thing that scares me about dating. I don't want to date someone who is like fucking probably chronically liberal, because they'll probably accuse me of rape for having like consensual sex with them. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, you know, like that just sounds like some pussy ass shit, just man up." And I'm like, pussy ass shit or not, but like a woman has more power than a man does in modern society, because they'll just be able to say like whatever, and they'll demolish your reputation as a result of that. You know? So you want a girl that looks like a boy? How isn't that gay? It doesn't have to be like in appearance. It could just be a girl that like just appreciates the same like games that I do and plays like, you know, let's just say it. I want a girl that's like me. Let's just say it. I'll just say it out loud. I want a girl that's kind of like me. Because at that point, I feel like it's not like insane to say. You know, just having someone who is relatable. Someone, because I don't want like a girl who's like a spendy piece of shit who likes to like spend money because it's fun. You know? I don't want a girl who's bad with money. Right? I don't want a girl who's fucking retarded, who doesn't know how to fucking count to 10, right? Like, these are all traits that I find like similar in myself, even though I'm like bare minimum shithead, uneducated, you know, right? Like, even though I myself am retarded, I still have a lot of these traits myself too, and I would respect that. I would love it if a woman or my partner would have the same values, and it doesn't have to be necessarily like they have to dress like a man, right? I just prefer that they acted very much like a male. What is straight as liking femboys? No, because I don't like having anal sex with Thailand men. So those guys are even... they're... I just don't like having... I don't like the idea of having sex with Thailand men. What the fuck? Oh! I had to RF on the fucking ladder for a second. Sorry. Force of habit. You know how it is, right? So I think you already went up to this one. Yeah, this candle's already lit. You already went... I think you're already going that way, so I'm just gonna... 1, 2... Should be 4 candles, right? But you know, I'm gonna be called misogynist for having like preferences. Oh, you don't like girly girls? Or you don't like femboys? No, I don't. I'm sorry. You're a misogynist. You're racist. You're sexist. You're a pig. But okay, so I'm not allowed to have preferences, but you might want like a hunky chocolate man. Maybe that might be your preference. Or you might like a nerdy book type, like maybe hazel skinned person. Maybe you might like slightly tanned. Maybe you like a slightly tanned man. My point here is, why can't I have preferences in women, but anybody else can have preferences in men? That's crazy. Hates immigrants, thinks modern women are stupid. Check. Unemployed. Check. What? Yeah, you're right. Wait, no, wait. I think he's right. I think I would appreciate those traits in a woman. True, if you like tomboys, you like masculine features, but no, not necessarily, because a tomboy is generally a female that has similar interests, not necessarily features. If she likes to go to the gym, that's a +1 for me, because she likes staying fit. And you know, I like a woman who, believe it or not, is healthy and will may outlive me. You know, I would prefer not seeing my wife die at an early age just because they're obese. You know, I like having fit people as partners. Believe it or not, that's crazy. I know, controversial. It's fat phobic. Okay, you know, I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm dead. I'm not dead. Oh, I fell intentionally. Yep, I did it on purpose. I'm so smart. Like, I just think it's okay to have a female have, like, masculine interests. Not necessarily masculine traits, like fucking a chiseled jawline or, like, fucking practically a man in a skirt. Like, I don't like that. If I wanted that, I would have, like, said I'm gay. But I'm not. It's not controversial to believe that a tomboy is all of the things that I described. I just like all people. The golden retriever type. So it's like banging your bro? What do you mean getting so close? Isn't that the point of like literally wanting to have a relationship with someone that you would consider your bro? That's what a friend is called? Man, I remember when fucking not being gay and not being lesbian was a thing, and then people were just like, these are just cool people that I like to hang around with. Remember when being like just cool was a thing, and not being gay and not being lesbian was a trait? You can respect people. You can, like, still like people. Like, dude, it doesn't have to be fucking gay for liking someone with similar interests. Jesus. God forbid another person has similar interests. Like, fucking, what if, like, another woman likes Dark Souls and, like, plays just about as good as my fucking chud ass? That would be cool. I would really enjoy playing, like, Dark Souls with, like, my partner. I would love that. And be like, bro, lock the fuck in, you're dying. I can't, I'm fucking shit at this game. That'd be fucking funny. That'd be so fucking hilarious. In my opinion, that would be hilarious. I think I would love just, like, being a fucking idiot. Doing things that you would otherwise not do with, like, other people. But yeah, like, even though it's like, oh, but look, it's just being gay with your bro. And the question, the catch here is that I'm being gay with my sis. So is it gay, though? Crazy, it's not. I need to heal because I took a fucking fat ball sack to the face. Holy shit. Stagger. Ow. Ow. There goes all my HP because I'm shit at the game. Holy shit. Why can you parry that? That's a stomp. Back, did you just try to parry a fucking arrow? I think Backpack tried to parry an arrow. That or their controller fucking ate shit again. Ow! I need a heal. I can't see how much health I have. Because the glare is a little too hard. Ow. Cool. Pansexuality is rad. You get twice the options and you get twice the rejections. Isn't that amazing? And these are American problems. Even in Europe, they don't have this shit, let alone in Asia. I know they're American problems, dude. These people usually get bullied here, and it's not even a "I'm gonna kill you" type of thing. The Arabs do that. Eastern European, Balkans, Central Asia, these people just get looked at. It's more of like a yeah, sure, dude. Wait, hold on. What are we talking about? Are we talking about like the type of people we like? I'm gonna quickly buy more bullets. It's not twice. There's a lot more genders than two. What? No. No, there's only... What are you talking about? I'm not having more than 2 genders. That's not real. The fucking Apache helicopter, attack helicopter identification meme was a fucking what do you call it? A fucking a foresight. What do you call it? Fuck. It was one of Cassandra's visions that nobody believed. I wish I believed in the Greek god Cassandra before fucking multiple genders were invented. Yes. 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 I'm level 69 apparently. That's fucking hilarious. Your gender is whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, sure, buddy. I don't believe in that. There's no way. Okay, look. If you could believe in that, then why is it that there is so... Okay, I'm not gonna... There are so many issues with that. Like how there are no fucking washrooms for such things. Because if that really truly and well existed, we wouldn't have such issues. Because but then just let the fucking man who identifies as a woman use that bathroom. But that's an issue because now you're making all the women feel very uncomfortable. And there are a lot of crimes in the recent years in America, just in general, Canada, America in general, where men are walking into women's bathrooms who don't have their fucking penis cut off, that still identify as women, making them feel very uncomfortable. In fact, I believe there was this recent case where a child was upset that their female colleagues, I believe it was like in 5th grade, I believe, female colleagues were not changing in front of them, and it became such an issue that the child who was trans complained to their principal, and the principal forced the female students, to change in front of the female, and it was like, dude, what the fuck? Why are we what? I respect women too much to have this shit happen. I don't want any of this fucking bathroom nonsense. If we want to even have a normal functioning society, we need to have bathrooms that work. And if you can't even fucking work with bathrooms, you must know that this is a fundamental issue. That is a fundamental issue if you cannot even enter bathrooms. Like, we have an issue if you can't even enter the bathroom. People misuse being transgender. I even said that back when transgender was being a thing, that people were going to misuse being transgender. There are chill people who are transgender. And I understand that. But we need to prosecute evil trans people. There are good trans people, but
We need to prosecute the people who are making it harder for the trans people to live. Because trans people can't live in a society where everybody thinks that they're evil, right? So you need to have people that keep these people under control. So you can't have these liberal women believing that like all trans people are like good people. That's like saying all men are good people. Not true. They're rapists. They're serial killers. Fucking Ted Bundy. Like, they're evil women. Fucking several evil women. Even, in fact, let's talk about how evil they are. Fucking, let's elaborate. How many abusive relationships, how many relationships end in abuse? Like, what, 40% of them are abusive for women? And, like, 23% are between male to woman, and then like 10% are between male to male. Another +1 to gays, I guess, by the way. Like, I understand that. I understand there is more nuance to this. But if people are not willing to prosecute evil trans people, we are not going to be able to have trans people exist. This will be nothing. There needs to be something done about this very freeing ideology where people can be whatever they want, do whatever they want, and be unprosecuted and not tried under the full extent of the law for whatever they want. There needs to be order brought to chaos. Not every person is good. Yes, expressing yourself is fantastic. It depends. I think I think expressing yourself is fantastic. Yes, under reasonable what do you call it? Expectations. And I think it's difficult to accept transgender people, especially because we don't even have washrooms for them. I think my biggest issue here is a lot of people are uncomfortable with transgenders in their washrooms. Men don't want to catch another accusation from female to male transgenders, and women don't want to catch assault from male to females. It's very easy, right? Neither gender are comfortable, and this is just a rule of life. That's why we have same-sex groups. That's why we have same-sex preference. It's just all these different things absolutely destroyed under this banner of wanting to accept everyone for whatever the fuck they want to be. We have developed it's only a problem that like develops in fucking first world countries. 'Cause you wouldn't be like going as other genders if you were fighting for your life in like Afghanistan, or if you were like starving in Africa, or if you were like fucking I don't know, eating sewage in China. 'Cause like ultimately this is just like a privileged like problem to have. You can just stay the gender you have and dress up like whatever the fuck you want and not identify as like female or male. You can be a femboy or a tomboy and still go to your appropriate washrooms and not cause any distress between those genders for no fucking reason. We are still struggling with like crippling amounts of like debt and shit like that. Country debt. Immigrational issues. And we're arguing about genders. It's crazy. Like, we have more problems on our plate, and we're still talking about, like, fucking, oh boy, I can't wait to put on a dress and say, it's ma'am. And it's also, let's talk about the it's ma'am type men to women, men to female, male to female type. Those ones, those hyper-violent ones, yes, also, I'm going to classify those ones are also evil. Those people will force it upon you, down your throat. What the fuck is wrong with you? How am I You look like a man, I'm going to call you a man. You look like a female, I'm going to call you a female. And believe it or not, looks are everything. And also the presumption of gender. The presumption of gender, people who are like, oh my god, this is so harmful. You're harming me because you presume my gender as female. I haven't even... Look, the worst thing that I could probably do would be to stick a knife in you. And you're gonna say that this is like close to that? Like, look, we could be in London and I could be shanking you. And that would probably not even come close to this. What? When you use being transgender in a bad way, that's an issue. Yes, but that's hard. It's hard to enforce, and it's hard to accept transgender people because there are so many things that they break. They break a lot of societal norms. It's very difficult to accept them, and you can't fault people for not feeling comfortable around them because they break so many of those norms. Because we have had millennia of not having transgenders, and now we're having transgenders absolutely break the entire fucking game that we've known. It's like introducing the new meta. Because these transgenders get so many more benefits, so many more fucking, like, they get all the benefits of being a woman, while also all the fucking, like without any of the downsides of being a man. And, like, it's like, you can accuse people of sexual assault and battery and all these things and like still be like, you know, whatever fuck gender you are because, you know, fucking whatever, right? I'm just saying it breaks a lot of the preconceived rules. And we don't have anything for that. And I'm not too sure if we even want anything like that. And not only that, transgender people have a 50% like fucking suicide rate. Accepting people who will express themselves is good. But at some point, when do we put our foot down and realize these people are literally killing themselves, advocating for people to kill themselves practically, and advocating for life-ruining consequences that they will have having issues to, undo. It's ruination. It is ruination and the spread of decay. It is ruination. You know, all this stuff happens because you guys have so much peace and happiness. Yes, I know. That's exactly what I'm saying. Well, you're not happy, I guess, but your lives are easier, that's for sure. Rat utopia type shit. Say this over and over again. Sexism is what's physical about you that differentiates between men and women, but gender is whatever you'd like. I don't think I don't think there is any reason to make that differentiation because practically addressing you would be a nightmare, and then like other strangers addressing you would be a nightmare, because then it would be like now you're getting offended at everybody who addresses you because you look like a man. That's a nightmare and a half. You're asking to be blown up for no reason. You're asking for your day to be ruined because people won't recognize you as such. I don't like it's just not something that's doable. It's not doable in proper society because proper society doesn't allow such things unless if you're like a chill person. If you're a chill person and you're okay with being called a he, even though you identify as a she, you know, sure, go for it. But that's the thing, right? A lot of these people are not chill. A lot of these people will assault you for not having the right gender on the first glance. It's just not fair. It's not fair to sane people. It's not fair to people who are just enjoying life as normal. We shouldn't have to apologize every 2 seconds just because we said hello, sir, and then you're like, actually, it's ma'am. You know, it's not fair. It's not fair. We don't know anything. We're just addressing you with appropriate formalities, and people will blow up at us because we're just being normal. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. And we want to be accommodating, but we can't because these people are not to be negotiated with. They can't be negotiated with because the first thing they do is get all up in arms. It's difficult. You can't have a conversation with someone who will immediately escalate to violence. That's not a conversation. That is not a conversation with the same person. You immediately lose the conversation the moment they get into arms. What solves this is just making each bathroom one person, and then for bigger establishments. That's not even monetarily. I don't think that's monetarily like. I don't know how that works, but from what I know, women like being in groups. And I don't know if this is good for women, because men don't go to washrooms in groups. And I'm not sure if I can agree with, single bathroom establishments and like a fuck ton of like bathrooms. And I don't know how this would work with, like, say, I don't know, like a fucking. I don't know what is considered a big establishment. I don't know at what point is it not a big establishment, and like, it's just a lot of like. Now you're just like, dude, things were simpler. That's my point, right? At this point, it's just too much. I think you guys are thinking about this too much. Unrelated, when's the last time you went to a church? When I was 6. I got baptized at a church and when I was 6, and then never again, because I don't believe in having to go to church to be a decent person. You can be a decent person without having God tell you what the fuck to do. It's fucking crazy. Free will, it's crazy. Whoa. BP? What the fuck is BP? Being trans isn't a new thing. It's a new thing when you consider all these fucking. Oh my god. Okay, but like, here's the thing. It's a new thing when you consider all these constructs, societal constructs, have nothing to do with being trans, and now accommodating for them in the year 2022 is a new thing. I don't know about when the trans ideology started, but drag queens, you can do whatever the fuck you want, right? I know drag queens exist. What other like trans like things? I'm not arguing about that, because that's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing about how this disturbs everything about normalcy and how it's unfair to normalcy. Like, just by its nature, by nature of it existing, it cannot exist. Because it destroys everything we know about normalcy. This is true only trans stuff, and not only trans stuff too. Ancient Romans had gay sex in their daily life. Yeah, I know. I'm not saying gay stuff and lesbian stuff didn't exist. That's not what I'm saying. Being trans was just more popularized in the modern day because people are more accepting. I know. Can we just accept that people can be themselves and we can stop talking about them shit? But that's not what I stand for at all. And I'm not saying that at all, because I won't stand for things that will absolutely ruin my life. I don't accept trans people absolutely destroying people for the sake of like fucking washrooms or pronouns, or even talking to them, just having the inability to address someone properly. It's difficult. I don't think I can accept it. I can accept people just being chill. Like, if you're trans and you're chill, like I said, I have no issues. You can be whatever you want, as long as you don't force it upon me, because it should not be my issue or my job to tell or say whatever the fuck. You shouldn't be able to police my language just because you don't think that it's correct. Like, it's the same thing with the N-word, right? Like, you can't just police people because you're a violent fucking, like, race. That's crazy. You can police it when we're being, like, insulting, when we're up in your face, when we're being dickheads. But otherwise, for the most part, the N-word is being prosecuted under what do you call it? Unrealistic circumstances, like saying, you know, like quoting a song. Like, a lot of songs, a lot of pop songs will use the N-word. I'm trying not to stutter because it's very hard to, but like, whatever. Sexual harassers who are transgender is incredibly low to begin with. Low percentage of transgender. Let's let people be themselves and let people choose it. I know! I'm saying you can be yourself. You can be yourself as long as you're not enforcing it upon people like those people who are evil. There are good... I have literally stated at the beginning that there are good transgender people and that there are evil transgender people. Just like how there are good people and bad people. There is no difference. They are people. They are people to me. Up until the point where they start fucking hammering over my head about what kind of people they like eating out. Yes, I'm aware of geishas. I'm aware of geishas. A lot of people had gay people or gays in their culture. I'm not saying that gays or trans were not a thing. I'm saying that we are now trying to make it accommodations for trans people, and that is being problematic because a lot of people have become too accepting, and it's causing a lot of problems because now it's you give an inch and they take a mile type deal. I have never said anything about... Oh my god. It's just become too like... I'm literally saying it. I've literally said it several times. And this is what happens every time I talk about transgenders and, like, you know, someone else, like, tells me, like, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, I didn't say that. I literally didn't say that. I have had hours and hours and hours of practicing, like, arguing and, like, debating. Don't fuck me with this, on this, like... I will write up, like, fucking words that you will not believe. It's crazy. I'm just gonna go die now. I'm better at writing than playing. Let's be honest. It's okay. We don't have to play. It's okay. If this is going